Hey guys, welcome back to Judo Highlights. This is Makhmadbek, Makhmadbekov. Really exciting judoka, so I thought I would bring you 20 IPPONS from him over his career. He competed for Russia, but now he competes for the UAE. Very good standing, but also very good on the ground. You're going to see some really nice newaza sequences in this video. But also, he took gold recently at the Paris Grand Slam, and I was really impressed with his performance, especially the all sotogaris against Lombardo in the final. And so I've seen on Instagram that he's been at Tenda University, he's been talking to Ono Shohei, getting tips, and he's really improved his stand-up, especially his ochigari, in recent years. And then I came across this video on Instagram, him training with Kentoku. Kentoku is at under 66. He recently had a good fight against Abe Hifumi in the final of the Tokyo Grand Slam 2025. But this is just fabulous to see, this randori here, these guys just going hard, trying to throw each other. And Makhmadbekov, he had some nice things to say about Kentoku. I think he really just embodies the whole spirit of judo, and so he definitely deserves a video on this channel. Now, he is #1 in the world, but it's not often that I do look at judoka other than the Japanese. Of course I watch them, but I don't make too many videos on them, and that's just to do with the algorithms. So if you like this video, thumbs up, leave a comment, and let me know if there are any other judoka that I should do a video on. I think Lombardo, he's probably another one that should have a top 20s on this channel. So that last one there, it's going to be number 20, 19, 18, and 17. Just because Makhmadbekov, he does this throw actually quite a lot. Really kind of low to the ground. Reaping very low. Sometimes it's Uchimata, sometimes it's Haraigoshi, maybe even a Seoi Otoshi or kind of an Osotogari. But it is a really nice technique. Very close with the hands, big hand over the top. And here he is throwing Heiderov. And how about that for a combination? Starts off with a Tomoinage, stands up, and then on the return, very nicely done, and against high-level competition. So number 16, we're on the ground now. In this position, Akimoto famously did this turnover a million times. But Makhmadbekov here, turning in a different way, just kind of rolling on top there. Very nice. And then of course he is a master of getting his legs out from this position as well. Into mount here. So nice piece of newaza, definitely more to come. Number 15. And this is another technique that he likes a lot. The kochi, specifically the makikomi variation. We'll see some other variations later in this video. He does an ochigari from here as well, which is beautiful. But this variation is nice. You would never see a Japanese judoka do this, but it's always good to see other types of techniques out there. Now for number 14, we've got an ochigari. Not the best one in this video, but it is nice. Makikomi, but hand underneath, grabbing the belt. So that is an interesting setup for the ochigari. For number 13, and I think you'll really see how good Makhmadbekov is on the ground in this sequence. So a bit of a throw to get it down to the ground, and then just smothering pressure. Now there's that Akimoto roll that he's trying, but changes the grip, goes for a sankaku with his arms around the neck. And here he's just going to roll. I'm not sure if this is a gator roll, but just lands in that position. And of course with the sankaku there around the shoulder and the head, very difficult to get out of. For number 12, we have another ochigari. Off the sleeve, goes around the back. And I do love it when he goes to the ground, he's on his knees. A lot of people would have given up there, but he stands up, continues the technique. Very agile. For number 11, we've got another newaza scramble. Now defends well here, but then takes advantage of the situation. Bit of a scramble, and what Makhmadbekov loves is he loves to give you a leg and then roll to the other side. So, I mean, he intentionally puts himself in half guard, and then he's just so good at escaping with the leg. Into the top 10 now. And this technique is a beauty. Taniotoshi. And it is against a fellow Russian competitor, so showing a bit of respect here after the victory. But just good awareness. Blue, he puts the leg across. And then Makhmadbekov, he just reacted instinctively. Awesome stuff. So number 9, more newaza, although that was a beautiful osotogari. And watch the work here. Really digging for his grips. Now Blue does well to put his elbow out and stop the turnover, but Markmbeck just too good at the technique, just ended up rolling him over his elbow. So he really has mastered this turnover, the Akimoto roll. I would actually be interested to see who has more wins with this roll. Is it Makhmadbek or Akimoto? Number 8 is another variation to the roll. So you can see here, trying to go over the elbow, doesn't get it. Blue goes flat, and then he changes the grip. And so that's that triangle with the arms. And this time, not looking for that gator roll, but kind of walking around his opponent, kind of like Haratsutsumi or the gut wrench turnover. So number 7, again, it's on the ground. This is the last one though. This is my favorite because of this action here. So he posts up and then kicks off his foot to slide across. And that is so well done. So I mentioned earlier that he loves this position, giving you a leg and then getting out of it. And so just to kick across like that, that was absolutely beautiful. Have a look at it again. So he's got that hand on the belt, posts up, and then once he gets a leg free, that's when he goes. Look at that. Now number 6, we're into stand-up territory here. Ouchigari. And so this is just a really great interpretation of the new rules. Going to newaza, and now you can stand up, continue the action. And so that was a really, really nice combination. Number 5, this one for a gold medal. And this Kochi, it's probably his best one. And just have a look at the hooking leg. So, really kind of pulls it behind himself. And because he's in that position, as well with the makikomi, gets a lot of rotation. And that is a beautiful, beautiful ippon for a gold medal. This next one, number 4, probably his most traditional ippon. Gets a sleeve, doesn't go for any kind of crazy grip over the top. Ouchigari, turns it into an uchimata so fast. Now for number 3, and I know this is a wazari, but a couple of years ago, this would have been ippon, I think, for the bridging that Lombardo did. But it is a beautiful osotogari, and it just shows the evolution of Makhmadbekov, really developing strong techniques on the feet now, as well as the newaza. Now number 2, this was one of my top ippons from 2025. And I just think this ouchigari, it's somewhat of a uchimata as well, but I think it is quite amazing. So off the sleeve, there's that big grip over the back, across the back there. And his opponent just goes flying. So you can really see in that position where he's got that big hand over the top, over the cross side like that. Very good at generating rotation from this position. Look at that. Although number 1, and again it's against Lombardo, it's the second score in this gold medal contest. That osotogari is extremely strong, very powerful. Just buried Lombardo into the mat. There was no bridging that time, he just went straight into the mat. Very direct. So Makhmadbekov, guys, what do you think of him? He's a cool guy, nice guy. He reached out to me as well on Instagram. Thanks for the messages. Go give him a follow, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.